on, everybody? Welcome to episode 19 of our Inter Milan career mode here on Trophy Hunter. And today we've got two games for you. Fiorentina in the league, and then our Coppa Nazionale round of 16 game against Verona, which is obviously very important. The league is still up for grabs. We're still up in all the competitions we need to be, the Coppa Nazionale, the league, and the Champions League, so we're all still here. And we'll take a look at what we did since last time. Last episode, a 3-2 win over Porto in the group stage that secured us top spot with 2 games to go. And then a tough, it finished 4-1, but we scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes or so to go ahead and beat Atalanta. They are an absolute pain. Since then, though, a 3-0 win over Verona, which we'll play today. A 3-2 win with our second team over Zagreb in the Champions League. That didn't really matter. A 2-0 win over Roma, a very tough game. And then a 2-1 win over Cagliari as we continue to roll in the league. And we'll show you how that league table looks in just a moment. And then a 1-0 loss to Monaco with our second team. Didn't really matter, though we don't like to lose too many games around here. A 2-0 win away from home to Torino, and then a 3-1 win over Milan here. We dominated this game here against Milan, our rivals, but it did end up 3-1 and comes with a victory. And then most recently a 2-0 win over Chievo, and we have Fiorentina and Verona today, as we said. Now, we'll take a look at the league. We are 3 points back of Inter. Or we are Inter. We are 3 points back of Juventus, who, as you can see, has dropped points. They beat Napoli on the road. That's a good one, and there it is, the Sassuolo result. Napoli, I wish they could have done us another favor, but they haven't there. So they have 2 draws now. They only drew 3 times all of last season. They're on pace to draw 4, which would be okay. But as you can see, only 3 points back. So there is hope here still as we continue to win. And hopefully we can go ahead and keep that up. Now, the Coppa Nazionale, which is something we also have to win, round of 16, all the big teams, what in the world? Oh, change competition. All the big teams have drawn games that are very winnable for them. Lazio and Fiorentina will be tough. Juventus play Sassuolo, which they drew against. Roma against Sampdoria. So there are some, you expect a lot of the big teams to get into that round of 8, and we'll see how that goes. And in the Champions League, we have found out which team we will be playing in the round of 16. And there it is, Tottenham Hotspur. They've played a few times recently in the Champions League. That is starting to become a almost seemingly perennial thing. We'll take a look at what the other teams are in as well. Paris play Liverpool, that's a big one. City play Dortmund. Chelsea play Real Madrid. And then in the other, what is going on? And then in the other set of games, Leipzig play Atletico Madrid. Monaco play Juventus. Valencia play Bayern. Leverkusen play Barcelona. So there are some really big ties in this first round. Some big teams will be knocked out. Hopefully we can go on through. We got to the semifinal last year. We'd like to go ahead and win it this time around. Of course, we'd like to win all 3 of these competitions while we're here right now. And hopefully we can go ahead and do that. And then we'll be moving on to a different team. But for now, a tough game here against Fiorentina, who are always a bit plucky, pretty good. And then we're going to play Zuma, who has asked to play. And De Vrij has a little bit of tiredness about him. So let's jump into it. This first game here, Fiorentina, we got to keep on winning to keep pace with Juventus. Let's go. An early free kick in a really good spot for Fiorentina. Simeone looks like he's going to go for it. He hits it straight up into the wall. Can we get up? Oh my god, that hit the side netting. I headed it toward goal. I pressed B, just cleared it right into the... I swear that went in the back of the net. I could have swore that was an own goal, but we just get a little bit lucky as it hits the side netting. Eriksson turns nicely. And get it out there to Ital. He can, and it's played back inside. Lukaku, he finds Insigne, and Insigne with a nice turn back. It's Lukaku. It's a great save. Oh, a bit straight at him. That's a massive opportunity there, and the goalkeeper for Fiorentina comes up rather big and keeps us out. But Lukaku turns once again. His touch just a bit heavy there. Almost pulled it back, but couldn't quite do it. More Tolisso. Eriksson turns nicely, finds Ital. And Ital's in a good spot to go for goal, and oh, that's just past the post. Not too many chances so far, but we are you know, it seems like both teams are just one ball away from having a really, really good chance. Skriniar. Out to Lukaku. Does well to turn. Cuts back inside Lukaku and goes for goal. It's a brilliant finish from the big man. It's a lovely goal as well. That turn, something else from Mr. Lukaku, the Belgian. And he fires us in front. Look at this finish. It's a great turn. Right here, just slips back and then smack. Right into the corner. Goalkeeper can't get to it. Look at this finish. Just smashes it, really. Too much pace. Accurate enough, isn't it, from Lukaku? And we've taken a 1-0 lead. Oh, nicely done. Just waited for me to step up there. Simeone on it now. We can't quite get to it, and they're doing well to hold on. What a turn and move that is. That, oh, God. This 1-1, that turn was so nice. And he just turned and then just sprinted into that space. He was just way too quick. Is that Van Ginkel? Looks like him. We'll have to see who it is in a minute. But he has just torn my center back apart there. It is Van Ginkel. He gets a hold of the ball here. There it is. And then he just turns. And that touch there is just... He's just way too quick for Zuma. He has just burst into that space. And Van Ginkel makes no mistake on the finish either. And Fiorentina have leveled it up here. Not too many chances this game, which makes it a little bit more annoying to concede. But now we're going to have to go out and find another goal. Look at Aouar doing well. And he's burst into space as well. Nicely done from Aouar. Can he get it back across? He can. Lukaku, and we've taken the lead just like that. They were not level for long, Fiorentina. And Lukaku with another is brilliant. Brilliant from Aouar, who has just burst into those spaces. It's a bit of acceleration to just take him away from defenders and get into that space. And here it is coming into it now. And he bursts into there, and he just waits for that space to open. Finds Lukaku, and Lukaku makes no mistake on the tap-in. His second of the game. And he's given us our lead right back. 58 minutes gone. It's 2-1. We get this out wide. We can. Here's Insigne. And Lautaro Martinez looks like he's making a good run there, and he's on it. And Lautaro, can he get away from the defender? He can. And Lautaro Martinez, oh, it's a great save. A bit too straight at him. Not really the greatest of finishes, but a massive, massive opportunity to give us a little bit of breathing space. And the goalkeeper comes up trump over Lautaro Martinez there. That is a really big opportunity. Pushed into space. Here's Insigne. One more. Tolisso doing well. Can he find it back to Insigne? He can. And Insigne does manage to hold on to it. Gets it to Lukaku, and he's got his hat trick. The Belgian with the hat trick. 20 minutes to go. Has he sealed this game up? You would only hope. It's 3-1. And Fiorentina fading away just a little bit. This is a lovely move. We get a little bit lucky. But that ball and finish are pure skill. That's a lovely ball out there to Lukaku. And Lukaku, first time, smashes it right around the goalkeeper. And Fiorentina now with a mountain to climb. It's 3-1 here. 20 minutes to go. Clipped in. Can we get the header on? It's going to fall. Oh, it's headed off the line. That looked like a goal there. And Fiorentina looked like they'd found a way back into it. But an amazing clearance on the line. Keeps our 2-goal lead intact. Here's Brozovic racing forward. Lukaku in a ton of space out here. And Lukaku already scoring his hat trick. Would like another as the defender cuts out. And it's Lukaku. It's his 4th of the day. And Romelu Lukaku just loves to score goals. And since we changed the difficulty back to something that's actually normal, Lukaku has shown up. And that's what we like to see from the big man. We were thinking about selling him when you know, big target men were really useless in the difficulty, but we've bought the difficulty to our level like the other ones. And, you know, frankly, he has started to play incredibly well. It's his 4th of the day, and that will do it. Polgar up the wing with a minute to go. A goal here won't change anything, but they do grab it. It's a really good header and a really good clip ball in, to be honest. And he got way above anyone. No one even jumped. He was just in the perfect position to attack that cross. And I don't know what he's out here celebrating for, Cordoba with the goal, but we are going to win the game 4-2 and keep pace, hopefully, with Juventus. Well, not hopefully. We will keep pace. That's a lovely header. No chance for Handanovic. But we will keep pace with Juventus, who hopefully drop points. I mean, that's all we can really do, right? Win games and hope they drop points as Lukaku grabs the match ball for his 4 goals on the day. 4-2 it finishes, as Fiorentina had the same amount of shots as we did, but we were a little bit more clinical, were we not? Milan do win their game. Torino and Roma also win their game. Hopefully Juventus did not. But forward we go. We'll check that particular thing out in a minute. I was going to try and bring Barella back to the club, but they wanted like 70 or 80 million for him, and I don't have that money just this moment. So we'll see if we maybe move on a player or two and kind of try and figure a way to bring him back. But for the moment, we'll see. We may do it next year. We'll have to see how this season goes or how the rest of January goes. So, but for now, Asamoah is leaving. I offered him a contract, but he is leaving. So unfortunately, yeah, that is just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. So let's take a look at the standings really quick in Serie A and see how Juventus did. They did win their game. Shame. Expected, but a bit of a shame. So we're 3 points back, 4 points out of Milan, 7 points out of Napoli, in a good spot. Juventus play Torino next. I mean, that's good. I mean, they're a good team. And then Fiorentina as well coming. So we'll see if they drop more points before next episode. But, you know, you don't expect it. You just you're surprised when it happens. But let's jump into this. Inter and Verona. A big old game for us. We're going to make a change or two. We're going to bring Perisic into the side. And then I'm going to start Nainggolan where Aouar normally is. And then at left back, we will play Asamoah and Lazaro at right back. And I believe this should be pretty good. We have Brozovic on the bench. Aouar can also come onto the bench. Esposito as well. Let's jump into it. A big game here. We cannot lose this. We got to win this competition. We got to start winning something. We got to win something this year. If it's not the league, we got to win the other two or at least something. But let's jump into it. Inter, Verona. Let's go. Back across. Martinez. One more. There's good football here. Martinez gets it out to Perisic. Lukaku on form. He's going to go for goal, and what a save that is. What a hit. You just feel it with Lukaku right now as he attempts it from distance, but a really good save. It's a nice ball forward. Verona on it as they look for a way through, and that's good football, and that is a really good save from Handanovic there. That looked like a goal for a moment, but Handanovic coming up big. Gets it forward. Lazaro back inside. Lukaku with a decent touch, and he does well to hold up play. Nainggolan. Tolisso, one more. Perisic, can he get it through to Lukaku? He can, and Lukaku! Oh, what a save. A really, really good save, and another good opportunity for us. There hasn't been a ton of opportunities outside the first 10 minutes, really, for either team, but we had a big one there, and it comes up with a big save. Eriksson, one more. Tolisso. We get it through to Lautaro. Does so well to turn here, Lautaro. He's just holding on to it. Good center back play there, really, as that's clipped in. It's held on to, and it's going to fall here to Perisic, and Perisic forces a save. A lot of luck there to fall to Perisic as it squeezed through a couple defenders, but it's a really good save once again. And at the moment, we are threatening, but we have not found the breakthrough yet. Coming forward, Lazovic cuts back inside. Lovely tackle there. One more. We can get it to Tolisso, and Tolisso will bring it up this wing. Back inside to Lukaku. And Lukaku's on it. Lukaku looking for space. One more inside. Nicely done. Eriksson. And it's back out there. Perisic is on it. Perisic cuts back in. Perisic, he's finished it. And just as halftime is approached, actually a minute and a half after the time should have been blown, Perisic grabs the goal. And we have gone ahead just as halftime has come. It's a big goal for us. Perisic once again coming up big and grabbing a goal. He's been big the last couple of episodes. And he's come up big there now, and as he cuts back inside here, does so well, and that's just a lovely finish from him. The Croat coming up big for us, and with the last kick of the half, we have taken the lead. Play it forward to Martinez, he can, and it's a lovely ball out there to Perisic, who's onside. Perisic, oh, it's a great save, and oh, the header off the defender almost took it into the net. A big opportunity. I said he was onside. Of course he was onside, but another huge opportunity, and it goes begging. Oh, a little bit lucky as that touch comes right to us. Back across. Perisic is on it, and he is racing forward. Starting to get a little bit tired, but he's managed to hold on to it. Tolisso turns, finds Lukaku, and Lukaku goes for goal. And his last contribution of the game is to sting the palms of the goalkeeper. He's starting to get a little bit tired. We bring on Isaac's pace. And hopefully we can, you know, get at their back line as they push men forward looking for that equalizer. The corner comes in and goalkeeper misses it. But we cannot quite get the header on. Nice tackle. Can we win it? We can. That's lovely stuff. And here comes Eriksson on it. Gets it to Lautaro Martinez. And can he finish? He can. A brilliant finish. And with 8 minutes to go, that should seal our progression into the quarterfinal of the Coppa Nazionale. It's been a strangely tough game. We've been very dominant, but haven't finished a lot of our chances. I mean, I haven't gotten a ton of good chances, a lot of half-ish chances, but we've taken our chance there. Lautaro Martinez just curls it around the goalkeeper. He can't quite get there, and that should seal our progression. 2-0 with 8 minutes to go. That's a lovely ball in on the free kick, and what a save by Handanovic there. That's a really good ball, an incredible ball to be perfectly frank, and Handanovic comes up with a really good save. A goal there probably wouldn't have changed too much, as there's only 2 minutes of added time, but, you know, still pretty decent nonetheless, as he's turned inside there, and they do have the goal with a minute to go, and now we've got to hold on here as that ball gets played in here. Nobody gets the tackle, and we had a couple men there, and then that burst of pace does really well. Finds the pass. It's a lovely little finish. Not going to change anything, but it's been a tough game, and 2-1 is probably reflective of how that game's gone. But we do move on into the quarterfinal, and we are still in the tournament, which is all we can ask for at this stage. And doing well. And Torino go through. Milan, Atalanta are into added time. And Atalanta are through. Milan are not. Udinese beat Milan to knock them out. That's a big dog gone. We'll see how the rest of this tournament plays out. We'll skip forward a couple days and see if those games get played this week before our next game. And we'll see if we figure out who we draw and when we'll be back. But we do go through, and that's what we're looking for here. So let's take a look. Coppa Nazionale. And here we are, the quarterfinals. We drew Roma, a tough one. Napoli play Torino, Udinese play Fiorentina, and Juventus play Atalanta. Which means, yes, Lazio did go out. So a tough round for us, but that also means that someone's going to get the winner of Udinese Fiorentina in the round after. There's some tough teams still there. Juventus are at home. You feel they would win that, but you know, you never know as we go forward. But next episode, we have Roma coming in the Coppa Nazionale. We're probably going to be back for that. So we're probably going to do Roma and Atalanta again. Unfortunately, I didn't want to do Atalanta twice, but that's what it looks like is going to happen. So we'll probably be back for that. So Roma and Atalanta, and hopefully you guys are excited as I am. But for now, that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. And peace.